morning. Yeah, so this is the day after the wedding ceremony, my self-marriage ceremony. This is the ring. Yeah, the ring I got myself. I got myself this ring too. I didn't share this on YouTube. I got this ring too to see if I like bigger gems and stuff like that. It's cool. Um, I would probably take this as like a 5th-year anniversary ring, if anything, but this is kind of my favorite. Um, uh, but what did I want to talk to you guys about? Yeah, like the whole inspiration for the thing. Yeah, I totally thought a recommitment to myself was necessary. Even like an actual like ceremony to understand that like that's what's supposed to happen because like it's not something that it's not a normal topic that it's not really like a normal it's not a normal habit to commit to yourself. Like that's kind of like a rebellious act. I mean, like I'm not saying that I should just love myself and only me. Like I love people. Like I love my family. I love my peers. I love strangers. And then like when I have this significant other, I love them. Like man, I really love them. Um, but like I guess like some observations coming out of like my last relationship was one of the longest relationships that I've had in my life. It was 5 years, and I just noticed a lot of and even like a short interim relationship after that was like a month with this guy that I was like head over heels in just a month. I was head over heels. And it made me like come to some realizations about myself and my love and like how I actually had to like really like be comfortable being by myself like wholly as a person so that God can bless me with the person that I'm really searching for. Like I'm searching for something. And like I can't say that I'm not supposed to have it because like what is life without life? It's just like I'm a woman, I'm supposed to carry something in me, right? Right? And I'm not taken and you can't have a baby. I will do my body whisper, exercise, womb therapy and everything just to make sure we have it. And even without a man in a relationship, like sperm banks. But yeah, and yeah, it's just like I wanted to do the ceremony. Initially, I just got the ring and I was gonna keep it at that. And then like initially when I was telling people, like people like they like I started with my coworkers telling them first because they're kind of like my second family. Like they see me the most really. Other than that, I'm like in the house or like doing stuff or traveling for whatever I'm doing. And yeah, like they thought it was such an interesting concept, and they were like, well, so like what's a ceremony like? And most people are like, what are you gonna do for the honeymoon? I'm like, the honeymoon can come whatever. But that's not like the biggest point. It's like the actual marriage is more important. Just you know what I mean? I guess like my dildo and me whenever I want. And then like I guess like I noticed like trends with me, like being more like observant or like really being committed to like not chasing after somebody helped me kind of like learn my trigger points because like I noticed that like I can be needy like I can be needy um like if I'm interested in you, even if you're just like a friend and I'm not interested in you, kind of like if I have established you as some form of like deep communication for me, like somebody I can really confide in. I do get a little jealous of your time. It's just like, am I getting any attention? And I guess I always try to see if I'm like on that person's mind. Especially, like it's really like I don't do this to everybody. It's really for the person that I'm like, I really want you to be that person. Like I really want you to be that person. Like I kind of get like extra, and I'm usually like a very independent, lonesome kind of person. Not like lonesome, like I can hang out with people, I go out, but I kind of like I value my individuality. I value my self-worth, and I don't think of compromising it for anybody. Like the world is a funny place. Like I'm trying to get closer to God in my efforts of doing this and finding my person and like just living life because like God blesses those who follow his path, and I learned that the hard way. And yeah, like your peers will probably be the first people who actually introduce you to sin. So it's just like it's really you gotta be really cool with establishing yourself as just being an individual and being able to be like walk away from them and know what you want to do and actually have fun walking away from the group. And I noticed that I can get needy with individuals that I start to kind of put in a more significant role, like people I start to emotionally like feel like, you know what, this could probably be something. Like you never know initially, like that's this whole commitment thing, because like I realized that in some ways I have like a commitment phobia. Like I'm willing to commit, but I guess like I always worry about what could go wrong. It's already 5 minutes. Jeez. Okay, well this is gonna be a long one. Like I haven't even signed like my contract for a modeling agency who's been looking at me since the summer. I have the contract. They sent it to me twice. I even have another agency interested in me, and both of them are based in New York, and I haven't signed the contract. Why? Because I'm like worried about like whether they're gonna really care for me properly. Like, what are they gonna, help me get to the goals that I want? Is it more about me looking for other options? I mean, like, I already know what I want and expect, so it's not really a matter of options, whether who is coming to me is gonna deliver. I actually considered making, like, as part of like the self-marriage ceremony, I actually considered making like kind of like the before the wedding scene part for the wife, like something that I could potentially become a runaway bride. Like potentially like if the person was like, if there's really some like sound foundation and I'm really like for that person, I'm showing up. I mean, no matter what type of fears, I'm showing up. Like, don't worry, I'll show up. Like, unless I really get sick, like, and then these, with me, anything can happen. like if you are the person, whoever it is, because this is like, I don't know how long this post will last forever. If you are the person that I'm supposed to marry, and I don't show up to the wedding, please, first of all, show up. Please show up, because I'm not. If I said a yes, I'm actually gonna show up. But if for some weird reason I don't show up, it's probably because like I'm like sick or something, or someone was late, someone was driving the car too slow, or I fell asleep, or I had the breakdown I was actually thinking of reporting. And the breakdown would have been me with the people who would have been helping me set up for the wedding, most likely women, because I want to make sure I look my best, and then older women, close female friends, wherever they are in my life at that point. If they are there, then they are, and if they're not, whatever. I don't mind a small section of a family. But yeah, like the only thing I could see myself breaking down like right before, but especially if someone gives me alcohol, then everything's just gonna, I'll just start talking. And I guess the only reason I would even have like cold feet about a wedding would probably be just like whether I thought I was making a good decision for the long term of my life. Like, yeah, I want to marry somebody, but it's just like, my biggest fear was just like, is he gonna do right by me? Like, you know what I mean? Just like, oh yeah, everything's nice and chummy right now. Is he gonna cheat on me? Is he gonna do this? Is he gonna get insecure about me doing this part of my career? Like, can I rely on him to be actually like faithful? Like, what if he has like a big job and he's always gone? Can I rely on him not to be cheating on me? Can I rely on him to still be interested when I come back or when he comes back and stuff like that? And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just like, no one wants to waste their time. Like, the last thing I want to do is get into a relationship and like I'm with some guy who just like, one day he decides he wants to go off and fuck some bitch, or like some chick actually like establishes the way that she can get in, because women do that. Let me be real, gentlemen. Most of the time when a woman sleeps with you, she thought about it. It was premeditated. There's nothing special about you. She just wanted it because of, it could be insecurity, it could be because she wants to prove something, she might be competing with your wife, she might want to feel more beautiful about herself, and some people really think that makes them feel more valuable when they do that thing. It doesn't. I don't do that. I'm not that type of person, but I understand where it comes from, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of being a human being, kind of like trying to understand where the other person is coming from. So like, the only reason I would ever have cold feet is if like I doubted, like, if I was having doubts about whether he could be that person, you know what I mean, like for life, because it's just like, to me it's like a big deal, like it's a serious thing. Last thing, I wanted to share the vows that I did last night, because I realized that with the music you couldn't quite hear me. It's called Letters to the Bride. Here it is. Letters to the Bride. I wrote it out in marker, and then afterwards I kind of like went off the cuff. I hope you guys can hear me. Put my nose ring in. I got some time with you guys before I have to finish getting ready. Letter to the Bride. My hopes and wishes for truer and dearer love for you from me. For all my life and all of yours. In sickness and in health, I want to be there for you. And please, I ask that you be there for me too. Pray with me, guide me, teach me, ask me questions, be there for me, and I will be there for you. Rib to rib, I love you. And then I guess like the other person's supposed to be, I do. I guess the bride, I do too, which is supposed to be me. And I didn't do like bridal vows to the husband. It'd probably be something very similar. But yeah, like this is what I think a husband that's meant for me would really want. Like this is his insincere vow. Like he wants to be there for me in sickness and health. Like I'm not gonna be the same person like 5 years from now. Hopefully I still look like that. So hopefully I'm always happy, and I work really hard to always be happy. Like, you know, to power poses like prayer pose when I'm like, you know, feeling overwhelmed. Keep your elbows up. I haven't shaved still. Power pose up. Or the Superman. This one I don't really like. My back is too tight up here. So prayer pose is actually better. But this one makes a world of difference. It does. But yeah. So that's it. 11 minutes. We got a good one. Have a great day. Oh, wait. Why don't I give you guys a Bible verse before you go? Oh, I like Psalms because Psalms tends to like avoid being too hard. You know, you ever open the Bible and you start reading condemnation and death and stuff like that? Oh, I was looking for something inspirational. Okay, Psalm 85. Lord, thou hast been favorable unto thy land. Thou hast brought back the captivity of Jacob. Thou hast forgiven the iniquity of thy people. Thou hast covered all their sins. Salah. Thou hast taken away thy wrath. Thou hast turned thyself from the fierceness of thy anger. Turn us, O God of our salvation, and causeth thy anger to cease toward us. Wilt thou be angry with us forever? Wilt thou draw out thy anger to all generations? Wilt thou now revive us again, that thy people may rejoice in thee? Show us thy mercy, O Lord, and grant us thy salvation. I will hear what God the Lord will speak, for he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints. But let them not turn again to folly. Let them not turn again to folly. Surely his salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set us in the way of his steps. And that was Psalms 85. Done. Okay. Now I gotta get ready for work, but that was my commentary, and I hope you liked it.